Hails and horns, everybody. Welcome back to The Abyss. I'm Azag. Today we got a 20 CD mystery box from Severed Records, so let's dive in and check it out. Alright, so like I said, we got this open now. We got a 20 CD grab bag here from Severed Records. Sorry, it's been a while. I've been really sick for like the last 2 weeks. Feeling a little bit better today, so let's go through and check these out. If I happen to come across stuff that I'm not familiar with, I'll kind of cut this and look at Metal Archives or something so I can at least tell you a little something about it. But let's roll into number one. All right, so first up, right off the rip, a band I hadn't heard of before, so I went and listened to a couple songs and checked them out on Metal Archives. And that is Breeding Filth with their 2016 full-length Perverse Devolution. Pretty cool, pretty sick artwork there. And this was released off of Severed Records, so sticking with some of their own stuff. That's good to see. And yeah, what I heard so far is really good kind of tech death, kind of closer to old school death metal vocals with some, more modernized little, I think, Dying Fetus style, mini solos and things like that. But yeah, Breeding Filth, 2016, full length off Severed Records. Definitely check this out. It's Perverse Devolution. Really good pickup. I'm going to kind of breeze through these pretty quickly because we do have 20, but yeah, so far, really solid. I'm liking what I see so far, but let's jump into number two. All right, this next one I am familiar with. This is a Bassinate. I hope I'm saying that right, with Genesis. This is more of a deathcore-y type of band. Not something I'm super into. This is off of Epodymite Productions. Never heard of them. But yeah, I mean, it's decent stuff. A little more, I'm not the biggest deathcore fan outside of like Carnifex, but I'll definitely give this CD a listen. It sounds pretty cookie cutter deathcore to me, so I'm not sure if I like it or not. If I don't, I'll end up, maybe sending this off to somebody else who might enjoy it. But yeah, a little bit of deathcore. We'll definitely check it out, but let's check out number three. All right, so this next one was, again, a new one to me, and I just checked it out, and I'm pretty impressed. This is Age of Agony with Machinery of Hatred. This case did get pretty jacked up, but that's all right. I got plenty of extras. This is some straight-up death metal out of Hungary, of all places. That's pretty cool. Tyrannus Productions, never heard of that one, but definitely going to check it out. Some broken teeth there, so I'm going to have to hold that for you. But yeah, really solid. What I heard was really fast, tremolo-y style riffing, which sounded really good. And the guitars were like super raw, almost like raw black metal tones, but with that just speed and intensity of death metal, and really good guttural vocals. I'm definitely looking forward to listening to the rest of that one. The Breeding Filth and that, so far, awesome grabs. I'm a little on the fence about the deathcore album, but we're only 3 in. We got 17 more to go, so let's check out some more. All right, definitely familiar with this next one. This is Rotting Repugnancy with Path of the Diminished. This came out in 2014. Really sick fucking brutal death metal, man. Definitely one of the brutal death metal bands that actually got me into brutal death metal, just recently last year, along with like Necrorexophilia, things like that. But yeah, really solid stuff, man. Again, 2014, Path of the Diminished, Rotting Repugnancy off of Severed Records. So far out of 4, 3 amazing records right here, and the other one I'm going to give it a chance, but this is starting off like a home run mystery box, and these things are always so hit and miss sometimes. A lot of times it's just shit that sat on their shelves for too long and they couldn't push them, but yeah, this is looking fucking killer, so let's keep going. All right, so once again, one I have never heard of. Holy crap, this has got a really long title. This is by Putrefy with Knelt Before the Sarcophagus of Humanity. Check that artwork out. That is sick. Awesome logo, killer artwork. These guys are from Northern Ireland, of all places, so that's pretty sweet. Don't hear a lot of heavy bands out of Northern Ireland. They've been around since about 1992, and this is their most recent album, 2014. I'll tell you, the title track is freaking killer. It had like this epic kind of orchestral intro, like you felt like you were watching a fantasy movie or something, and then, holy crap, yeah, you get some really nasty, gritty, really raw tones, slamming brutal death metal. I did pick up a few decent little slams during the course and things. So really interested in continuing to look at that. Again, that is Knelt Before the Sarcophagus of Humanity by Putrefy out of Ireland. Sorry, Northern Ireland. So, man, I am super impressed so far. Let's keep on going, though. All right, so another one that I'd never heard of. This is the Gurchik tree with Sadistic Reflections of Blood. Pretty cool logo there. Not huge in the art, but yeah, it looks pretty solid. I did give one track a listen, and pretty good. Another raw guitar, very raw mix, brutal death metal with a little bit of slamming going on. I thought the name was pretty interesting, so I looked it up, and it's actually named after, I guess, a teacher in a high school at the town too. A couple of the guys in the band went to, and I guess he ran his car into a tree and died, so that's how they got the name. So that's kind of neat, I guess. I guess somehow he was impactful in their lives, and unfortunately, as much as I enjoyed the song I listened to, this is their only release as this band. That sounds like there was a few things they worked on in other projects and things like that, but sadly, there won't be future Gurchik Tree albums, it looks like, but really solid, very raw, kind of fizzy, fuzzy, brutal death metal, but let's keep on rolling. All right, next up, another one new to me, and that is Blashirk out of Italy with Ideological Carnage. The track I listened to is pretty cool, pretty straight up, kind of techie brutal death with a lot of old school death metal influences in there for sure. Yeah, I mean, that's basically what it sounds like. It sounds like kind of a Cannibal Corpse-y meets, geez, I don't even know. If you were to mix it with a little bit faster, more leads, things like that, like Cannibal Corpse meets Dying Fetus maybe. That's kind of what this sounds like. So yeah, Blashirk, 2014, Ideological Carnage. This is off Severed Records. So another really, really good pickup. I'm definitely looking forward to checking the rest of this out. But yeah, trying to keep this video from being super long, so let's keep on going. All right, moving along. I just checked out a few tracks. Again, this was a new to me. Again, Severed Records release. A lot of times, again, like with these grab bags, you'll get a couple of that label's releases in it, and then it's just a bunch of overstock garbage. But man, this is another kick-ass one. I love the imagery. I looked up. They only have a demo, a split, this full length in 2011, and then one in 2015. And they are, I believe, yeah, North Macedonia, it says here, brutal death metal. And this is Formless Terror. I absolutely love the artwork, the imagery. And this is Sovereign Chaos Authority. Really, really solid stuff. Very satanic looking. Looking them up on the archives, it says a lot of their stuff is based on demonology and shit like that. So that is right up my alley. This is super sick. I can't get enough of this. The cover, that is just insane. But yeah, really good. For being 2011, it sounds like early old school death metal on the guitars. So that's really, really cool. It appeals to me. A little gritty, somewhat raw. I'm kind of noticing that as a pattern with these older Sevared Records. I keep saying Severed Records releases. But yeah, super gnarly, very fast, hard, heavy, just demonic as shit, brutal death, man. Definitely go check this out. I will be trying to find the split demo and other full length. Again, this is Formless Terror with Sovereign Chaos Authority. Go check them out. All right, next up, yet another one that was new to me, and that is Horde Casket with Xenopocalypse. Very, very cool artwork. I like the Xeno theme there. Kind of alien, really, really good brutal death metal. This is out of, looks like they have members from Texas and Oklahoma here in the States. Another Severed Records release. And the couple tracks I listened to are absolutely phenomenal just now. Again, like what I'm seeing with a lot of these Severed Records brutal death metal albums is they're definitely brutal death metal, but they all have some really strong characteristics of old school death metal mixed in. So I'm really liking the vibe of what I'm seeing. Really need to get on Severed Records and check out some of their newer releases. But yeah, again, that is Horde Casket. Some seriously heavy shit out of the Southwest area here in the States. Xenopocalypse came out in 2017. So at Severed Records, definitely go give them a look. I don't know how many links it allows me to put in YouTube descriptions anymore, but I will definitely link up as much as I can for you guys. We're nearing the halfway point here, so let's keep on rolling. All right, another new one to me. Really cool artwork there. That is Screw Rot with Deranged Genesis out of 2015. It was put out through Morbid Generation and exclusive US distributions from Severed. So really cool. Man, this is just definitely brutal death, two-man band, but very porno grindy, just chaos, man. A lot of their songs are, either like porn related or scat related. It's got a little bit of everything. So I think my favorite track that I've heard so far was definitely Defecate to Dominate. So definitely go check out Screw Rot if you have not, but let's keep on going. All right, so yet another one that I had not heard of or listened to before. That is one hell of a logo. Can you read it? Yeah, that's Colonize the Rotting with... yeah, there's no way I would have got that without actually looking at the side. Composting the Masticated is the name of the album by, again, Colonize the Rotting. This album came out in 2010 off of Severed Records, and it is more of that really fast, kind of almost technical, brutal death with old school in it. Again, just phenomenal. I'm loving the style with the, mixing that old school and the brutal. So I'm going to call it brutal old school, I guess, from here on out. But yeah, really solid album. And it's a shame. I looked it up. There's a demo and then this and then nothing. And I kind of went back and looked. Apparently it's a one-man band. It looks like he passed away a few years ago. So that's really sucks to hear because this is phenomenal. Very heavy, aggressive. The fucking drumming on this is insane. I mean, good Lord. Yeah, the drums. Definitely check this out just to even just see the video of it or something. Colonize the Rotting with Composting the Masticated. Some really unique kind of brutal death metal. Put that in the stack here. And let's keep on rolling. All right, so I just dug around on the internet like an idiot for about 10 minutes looking for something on this band because I'd never heard of them. And come to find out I'm stupid because the band name on the spines are typoed. It's missing a letter, which I thought it was Ancient Necropy, but it's actually Ancient Necropsy. Ancient Necropsy. So yeah, so it's spelled right on the front, spelled right on the back, on the inside, in the logo, but on the side they're missing an S. I'm retarded. But anyway, yeah, that's Ancient Necropsy. They're out of Colombia. This is a 2011 full-length entitled Sanctuary Beyond the Infinite. And really good, just kind of modern-sounding brutal death. Kind of trebly, not a whole lot of bass. But really solid, really fast stuff, man. Definitely check it out. Don't forget to put the S in like I did, because this CD was definitely worth a listen. I ended up putting it in and just listening to a couple tracks and then finally realized what was going on and, read up on them a little bit. But yeah, they've got like 7 or 8 full lengths out, so I'm definitely going to start tracking these down. Sanctuary Beyond the Infinite, again, from Ancient Necropsy. Definitely check those guys out. All right, so yet another one that is new to me, and this is, I'm probably going to butcher this, Cicatrix with Beloved in Killing. And this is just some no-nonsense brutal death metal, unforgiving, fast, punishing, just gritty as shit. Again, out of 2010. This is Butet. Yeah, I can't read the label. But yeah, Cicatrix sounds like some really good shit out of Poland. Definitely a really fast, unforgiving, like I said, brutal death metal. So definitely check these guys out. I listened to the first 2 tracks, and then as soon as we're done here, I'm probably going to throw this back in and give the rest a listen. But yeah, that's Beloved in Killing, 2010, Cicatrix. Definitely go check those guys out. We're finally getting close here to the end of the video, so hang with me a little bit longer. Let's check the rest of these out. All right, so usually there's a few bands in one of these boxes that I don't know, but this is like all but 1 or 2 so far. Another one new to me, this is Hedor with Victory or Annihilation. It's off Mutilated Records. Support the fucking sickness. And this is just some no bullshit death metal out of Colombia. Really solid guitar playing, good drums, decent vocals. The riffs were insane. Has some the quality on the mix is kind of definitely feels like it was like a lower budget production, but if you can get past kind of the little grainies and stuff like that that you pick up, definitely worth a listen. That's Hedor out of Colombia, some sick ass fucking war themed death metal. Off here, I think my favorite tracks were Victory or Annihilation was good. I did listen to this one all the way through. Battle of Ragnarok was pretty good. The Birth of the Leper was also pretty solid, but I think, yeah, probably Battle of Ragnarok maybe be my favorite. Pretty cool kind of logo there. But yeah, definitely go check out Hedor. All right, another band that I've never heard of and listened to a few tracks and pleasantly surprised. This band, I'm going to butcher this, is from Västergötland in Sweden. And this is Inhuman Deformity. Logo is going to be really hard to make out there. And the album is Servants of Decay. Came out in 2013 off of Severed Records. And this is just straight up modern brutal death, man. That gurgly kind of froggy, shit. I don't know. But yeah, really, really solid stuff. It's got 3 bonus tracks on it, so that's really cool. But yeah, really, really good, man. The riffage on this was insane. I did hear a few little slam sections, so you definitely put this in the slamming brutal death metal column. But yeah, again, Inhuman Deformity out of Götaland, Sweden. Really, really solid stuff. Kind of short. I'm guessing these bonus tracks were either like re-records or something, or from a demo, or I'm not sure, because it's 5 tracks and then it has 3 bonuses. So technically it's a full length, but kind of probably should have done a little more research on that. But yeah, definitely worth a listen. Go check out Inhuman Deformity. All right, so yet another new one for me. This is another Severed Records release. These guys are from Spain, and this is Caustic with Hate Generation. This came out in 2015. It's a full length. Didn't find a whole lot on these guys other than what it said on Metal Archives, and I found 2 live videos on their YouTube channel. Very old school death metal feeling mixed with some brutal death metal. Very solid guitar riffing. I listened to both live tracks, and then I ended up throwing this in to listen to Impaling the Skulls of the Vanquished, which is really, really good, man. Solid drumming, insanely good riffs, good vocals. Definitely check out Caustic. You will find probably 30 bands with that name, but look for the one in Spain with that cool kind of swooshy logo, and you'll be on the right track. Definitely check it out. It's definitely worth a listen. Yay! One I've heard of before. Yeah, this one's off Comatose Music, and the band is Down from the Wound. I do know this band. They're brutal, deathy, really going into that grindcore genre. Again, from the Philippines. This is Violence and the Macabre. Really, really solid. Again, it's more grindcore with brutal death metal elements. Solid, just pulverizing shit, man. I think that makes 2, possibly 3 out of this entire stack that I've heard of before. Definitely go check these guys out. Down from the Wound, Comatose Music. Can't go wrong with that label either. Really solid stuff, man. Looks like we're down to the last 3, and we'll call it a day. All right, so I was a little worried about this next one when I first took a look at it. Looked it up. It's like really stupid, colorful. Rocky Mountain Hydro Guttural, it says along the side there. It's one of those bands, if you look over in the archives, it's just, one of their main themes is marijuana. Whoop-de-doo. Usually those bands don't really do anything for me. But let's talk about it a little bit. This is Despise the Sun with Embers of the Almighty. It's their only release, came out in 2013. This is off Ossuary Industries. You can see kind of the dumbass names there. Embers of the Almighty. That was actually a really good track. Herbal-induced violence. Just killed by corn syrup. I mean, the themes of this album don't do anything for me, but if I can get past that and not listen to the lyrics, it's actually really good brutal death metal. Really well mixed. The guitars were perfect. The drums were amazing. Really good vocals. So yeah, it's just killer music, but with really stupid themes. I don't care about getting high with aliens and sitting on my couch and getting high, and then going to work and getting high. I just think this is not for me, but I can get past that and listen to this because the music was fucking killer. So definitely check it out for yourself. Despise the Sun with Embers of the Almighty. You might be pleasantly surprised if you can get past the dumb themes if you're not into that like me. But nonetheless, amazing musicianship. I will definitely hang on to this and listen to it again. Like I said, out of all these, it might have the best mix. So unfortunately, I don't care about the lyrics, but it sounds fucking phenomenal. So if you can listen to music for the music, then absolutely go check this one out. All right, guys, second to last one here. Man, what a haul. This was a really enjoyable grab bag. I would say it's up there with the CDN one that I did not too long ago. Definitely those two miles ahead of the rest that I've done. But let's go ahead and take a look at this one. I like the simplicity of the cover. It's really kind of just plain, and I love it. This is the album 7 by Retaliation. They are a German death metal band. I'm not even going to attempt the city name. But yeah, this one came out in 2010. They have an EP before this in 2008. And this has been pretty much all they have. They used to go under the name Invalid Injection. Yeah, I was really, really impressed. I listened to a couple tracks of this, and it's definitely death metal. It's definitely got some old school vibes. The mix on this is fantastic. Awesome guitar tones, good vocals. But it really kind of has a lot of things. It's just an old school death metal song, and then all of a sudden it goes kind of melodic. Then it goes back into death metal. Then it gets kind of brutal death metal. I mean, there's a lot of diversity on this record. Highly recommend this one. This is Retaliation with 7. Definitely get on this. And this one was released on Unique Leader, so you know it's probably pretty good just from that. Yeah, definitely check out Retaliation. Again, there's probably 300 bands with that name. Just find the one from Germany with that pretty cool, simple logo, and you'll be on the right track. One more for you guys, and then we'll call this a day. All right, guys, last CD. This has been one hell of a grab bag with really the one deathcore album that I'm not real sure on, but I'm definitely going to give a chance. And of course that, stoner brutal death metal, which arguably has the best sound out of any of them if you can get past the dumb lyrics. That's just my personal opinion. I know people that are into that stuff, and if that's what you want, go for it. When I saw the front of this, I thought, oh man, the last one's going to be like another deathcore generic CD, but no, this was really fucking good. And this is Murder Made God with Irreverence. This came out in 2013 off of brutalbands.com and is absolutely fantastic. Kind of technically brutal death. It's all about death and, mutilation and gore. Really good stuff, man. Kind of reminds me of a little bit of like a dying fetus with a little bit of that old school Punishment. Oh man, it's hard to explain. Really, really good stuff. Solid, really, really good mix. Just like the last couple here have had like really solid mixing. Production quality is spot on. Just punishing drums. Really, really good vocals. And the guitars on this might be my favorite out of the lot. Really just memorable riffs. Just brutal as shit, man. Murder Made God. They are from Macedonia, Greece. So that's 2 bands out of here from Macedonia. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's it, guys. That is my Severed Records 20 CD grab bag. Sorry, this video is a little long. I cut some of these a little short. I might go through and pick a few of these out and do like album reviews off to the side on them. And when I get some time, I have a Hell's Headbanger order here. I have a Season of Mist haul. I have 3 reviews that I'm behind on. I need to get going on. But hey, I really want to thank everybody for sticking around. Thanks for all the recent subs. And yeah, stay fucking heavy, guys. Hails and horns. We'll see you soon.